Right, time now to talk business with our partners 2 Degrees. We'll get to Erica Stanford shortly on this new business investment visa. Right now, though, we're starting with ructions in the US after Trump has attempted to fire a governor of the Federal Reserve, and she's fired right back. Garth Bray, Business Desk with us. Garth, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
So he has said, "You're fired," and she's said, lawyered up and said, "You can't fire me."
Yeah, and basically this is where the standoff is. It'll probably wind up in the courts, which creates a bit of instability and uncertainty, again, around this question that's hung over the US Federal Reserve. Like our Reserve Bank, it sets monetary policy. It's meant to do it at arm's length and just look at, hey, what's the inflation rate, what's the unemployment rate over there as well, and work out where's the best place for the price of money to be so that our economy ticks along. And given it's the US economy, it's kind of the world economy in a sense. And Trump's made no secret of the fact that he wants interest rates to come down and down fast. And so a lot of people are seeing this as just another play to put pressure on that Federal Reserve Board of 12 governors. I mean, now he's put one in, most recently as a temporary replacement. If he can pull this off, he gets another slot in there. He's talking, rumbled on about sort of wanting to fire Jerome Powell at some point, or bring him out early, or appoint someone over him. So that's the background to all of this, but it's getting pretty extreme. You heard the Commerce Secretary of the US, Howard Lutnick, referring to her as a crook. This is Lisa Cook, the governor in question. She's saying, well, there's no case against me. There's just some letter floating around that apparently says something about mortgage fraud, but no one's backed it up yet. So it's all pretty flaky.
Yeah.
But this is, gold prices surging back towards sort of all-time highs that they were back in April. The bond yields between 30-year and 2-year bonds really spreading out, sort of showing that there's a great deal of uncertainty about the future. And all of that basically off the back of this, and overshadowing some pretty decent kind of tier 2 economic data out of the US last night on confidence and so on.
Yeah, I saw that. So let's come back to New Zealand now, and a bit of argy-bargy, bit of eruptions, you could say, and it's obviously reporting season at the moment, particularly to do with Raycom. What's going on? Yeah,
a small tech company, they had their AGM on Friday, and the New Zealand Shareholders Association, and more specifically its chief executive, Oliver Mander, was there. Depending on who you talk to, robustly questioning the board and trying to get one of the directors, who was a former CEO, pulled off it, basically saying there are too many companies on the NZX, maybe a third of them, where a 30% shareholder block has got way too much say, and we need to rebalance things in the favour of minority shareholders. Others there have told our markets reporter, Rebecca, that it was pretty ugly. It was pretty disruptive, it was grandstanding, it was over the top, and it sort of took charge of things. So I guess you've got Mr. Mander saying, hey, I'm just bringing back the biff effectively. Well, not saying that, but that's the message. And bear in mind, he's the successor to a chap called Bruce Shepherd, who started the Shareholders Association, used to turn up at meetings
Viking man
with the Viking helmet on, big beard, kind of throwing it around and saying, hey, you need to respect the smaller shareholders. So we'll see how that one plays out. We'll see whether he gets pulled back into line.
Hey, today, and we've obviously had you coming back in just before 9 to update us on reporting that's coming out after 8:30. Today we've got EBOS, Meridian. Who else are we looking at today?
I think we're getting Precinct Properties in Winton, so a bit of a view from developers and property there, as well as EBOS, that big pharmaceuticals trader, and Meridian, obviously the last of the big 4 gentailers to report.
Brilliant. Look forward to seeing you then. Cheers, Garth. That is Garth Bray, Business Desk. Thanks to our partners 2 Degrees.